Every time I go to sit down, my glasses are dirty. Hi guys, I'm not put together today. I just finished cleaning, taking care of some stuff around the house. So I'm a little sweaty. I haven't done my hair today or makeup or anything. And this room is so much hotter than the rest of the house right now. It's just like hot and sweaty. I just wanted to give you guys like a little update on what I've been reading because I haven't done reviews on it because I'm not gonna review them. I mean, I might, but they're things that like I just don't feel are worth reviewing for you guys. Like if I don't think it's good enough to bring to your attention, or I don't think it's popular enough to warrant like a negative review. So I read comic books, not comic books like comic books, comedic books, like books written by comics. They're like comic collections. I have like Sarah Anderson, The Odd Ones Out, XKCD, Katana. She's fantastic. I can't pronounce her last name, so I'm not going to. It's like Chetwynd. I don't know if you all have seen her. Like she's all over. She's all over social media. She has a very distinct art style, and she does mostly comics about just like her and her partner's like relationship, just day-to-day life, but they're hilarious. I think they're fantastic. For the average individual, I don't know that you should purchase them. I absolutely think it's great if people buy her books because she deserves money. They're like a one-time read, so unless you're like myself and you're gonna go back and read them multiple times, it's just not worth it to buy them. But they are very cute. She also posts a lot of them, like a good chunk of the comics that are in here are just on her Instagram. She just posts them like multiple times a week, I think, at least once a week. You know, you could get most of it for free, or I don't know that libraries would have them, but you might be able to find one at a library. I don't know, I just really like them. I think they're really cute. I love her art style. I think she's great. There's nothing to say about them in a review apart from they're fantastic and go read them. What else have I been reading? I've also been reading, it's been a year now. I've been rereading the Cradle series by Will White, and he's a fantastic author. He has quite a few fantasy series out there. Not quite a few, he has a few. It's not like he has like 25, but they're all really good. Like he's a fantastic author. He surpasses my high expectations, and I've read them before. I had a friend recommend them to me, so he and I read them together, and that was a couple of years ago, so only, the first, I think, 5 maybe had been out at that time. I have another friend that I'm reading with, so I had to reread the first few, and there were some details that I was able to like save and highlight, so that when they show up later, like I go back to where they were originally referenced, and it's cool to see that like all these pieces like tie in together at the end. It's just been great. It's been a great read. I don't know that I can say it's my favorite book series because Harry Potter probably takes the cake because of the world and the ensuing lore there. Whereas, I mean, obviously with Cradle, it's just a lot less popular, but it's close. I think it's a phenomenal series. I love it. I reread it all the time. I especially reread the first 2 books like just over and over and over again. That is something that like I don't know that I can do a review on because there's so much going on that if I were to do a review, I would have to completely spoil the first book. It sets the foundation for the series, it gives you like the background information. You get introduced to most of the major characters. It's just there's really no way to do a review on it because the whole series is like so convoluted and interconnected that like there's just no way to talk about it. And even if I did just like go into it and say, okay guys, I'm just telling you the whole plot for the first book, just trust me, you gotta bear with me on this. Like it would be the summary and then 45 seconds of just like he's great, and then we'd be moving straight into the discussion. It wouldn't be, and the discussion would be 3 hours long. It would be way too intense. There's just no way to review it. And then his other series as well are on my to-do list. to-do list, to-read list. It's definitely higher on my priority list than like the majority of my to-be-read list, but he's just great. He's just great. I think everybody should read them. I've been reading a few like kind of anthologies where it's like collections, so masterpieces of horror, like Grimm's fairy tales, things like that. I haven't been keeping track of them on Goodreads because I just forget, and so I'll end up 3 or 4 days later just recording what I've read like for the last 3 days, because my brain doesn't think to do it. And then I've been reading romance books for a video, like a summary of issues I have with romance books. It is eroding away at my soul. It's actually like really emotionally rough. So I won't be doing individual reviews on those books. I think it needs to be like a multi-part thing, because I think it's going to end up being like an hour plus long video. So I think I just need to split it into parts instead of doing one massive one. And I also think that'll just be better for like me. Like, just to give like a brief like explanation. I'm not saying like romance should not be in books. I think it's very important. Romance is as important as any other relationship between two characters. And especially with masculine characters, we see a lot of idealization. You know, it takes away the humanity. In some instances, that can serve a function, but most of the time it's literally just an idealized partner for, you know, the author. We just forget this, that it's not about idealization, it's about actually making your characters have humanistic characteristics. What else am I reading? I just bought another Lucy Foley book. I also trying to get through the books that are sent to me, because I have a whole bookshelf that's just books that have been given to me, like advanced readers copies and such. Really, like, I thought I was gonna get more into like the spooky stuff for Halloween, but like my October was spooky in like a different kind of a way. Just a lot of vet appointments, dealing with some issues with Jack's work, and like some friends who like were having some issues. I did not have the Halloween spirit this year. Like, it just was not with me. It's just the way that it is sometimes, and you just gotta like go with it. My reading is pretty minimal as far as like amount of time I'm spending reading. It's not great. So that's it for me for this week. Not a whole lot going on, but I do have another actual video coming out in just a few days. So keep your eye out for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video so you can get notified every time I post a video. And I will see you guys again soon with an actual review. Bye, guys.